Thank you, Mr. Coates.
Thank you, Judge. I have one more I'm working on.
All right. Who is here on Jose Angel Torres?
I am, Your Honor.
Yes. Mr. Torres, if you'll come forward. No, this is family violence. All right, so this is a case where Mr. Torres entered a plea to count 2 and count 3. He entered that plea on April 3rd. Then we came back because defense filed a motion to withdraw the plea. And then the defense said he believed his client wasn't competent. So the court had informed the defense that they needed to file a competency motion. That was filed, and now they're scheduled for a competency jury trial in Judge Carruthers' court. So I'm assuming the doctor found him competent. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
But they're asking for a competency jury trial. And I'm showing that that's scheduled for November 9th. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, on this case, usually competency trials in Judge Carruthers' court, it only takes a day. So, Ms. Ferguson, we're going to set this for November 10th. I'm sorry, not November 10th. November 10th, because we'll probably be in jury trial anyway. So we're going to set this for November 10th at 9 a.m. And at that time, the court will make a ruling on your client's request to withdraw his plea.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You'll get a reset form, then you're excused
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused, Your Honor?
after you sign the reset form.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm assuming his previous active warrant has been taken care of.
Yes, Judge.
All right. And your tie is now pocketed where?
It is this morning, Judge, and once I realized my neck is that wrong, I should have called.
Ah, that's bad. All right. So what is happening on this case?
Judge, the state has tendered an offer to Mr. Carlos this morning. This is our first appearance. Mr. Carlos does have some other cases. He also has another attorney who would like to have an opportunity to discuss it.
All right. Is this attorney misdemeanor or what?
Felony and Mr. Carlos is a pending DWI. Is it third?
All right. And that's misdemeanor court.
Third offense.
Oh, so where is that?
That's it hasn't been, I think it's pre-indictment. Judge. It may be in the report. But Mr. Carlos has retained George Sharman.
All right. Criminal Trial Division on Leonardo Carlos. He has this case, plus he has a pending DWI third. All right. So just so you know, the ranges of punishment are the same. So there's nothing driving the bus here. So this attorney has his hands on the steering wheel in a different car, and your other attorney has their hands on a steering wheel in a different car. So the train is not going to stop moving on this case because we're waiting for something else in the DWI. Do you understand? So state has tendered an offer. Ms. Ferguson, on this case, set it for a plea deadline date in 3 weeks, please. All right, your plea deadline date is going to be October 30th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting this plea. Do you understand? All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. And one other thing, pending any objection by the state or any questions by the court, Mr. Carlos is indigent. He has GPS as a condition of bond. He has requested I approach and ask the court to waive his GPS fees.
Oh, I'll ask that fees are waived or deferred. If you'll pull the, oh, get you.
I had coffee this morning. Judge. Not enough.
Sure. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right, Rudy Gutierrez Gonzalez. Hello.
Judge, this is the case that I was just appointed to.
Yes. All right, so, and I do realize you were recently appointed. So where are we on this case?
Judge State's made an offer.
Okay. And are there any outstanding cases? Just this?
My understanding is just this, Judge.
Okay.
I think, to my understanding as well, it's just this case here,
There's what?
just this case here,
Okay. Are there other cases?
not to my knowledge.
Okay. Oh, I'm just asking. I have no inside information.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
I'm always wondering. All right, so I'm going to give you a plea deadline date. Because this is a state jail felony, it's going to be a quick turnaround for a plea deadline date. Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
can you recall this in 2 weeks?
And Judge, I was mistaken. I just did see there was an at-large case that has been filed, but it was going to be taken into consideration as a part of this plea deal
All right,
or plea offer.
all right, Ms. Ferguson. Actually, can you recall this next week for the plea deadline date, please? All right, October 12th. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the plea that's been offered. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll bring you back on October 12th.
Thank you, Judge.
Is he going to be bonding out?
I'll try to, if I can get a bond reduction. I can.
Oh, you'll have to have a hearing on that. Norma, if you can write him a reset form for October 12th. All right, thank you. Court is calling 2023 CR 5606, State of Texas versus Crystal Marie Barajas. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
defense?
Patrick Bonds for the defense.
And are you Crystal Barajas?
Yes,
Am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Barajas.
All right, I can't roll my R's. I'm sorry. I'm working on that. All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Excuse me, Mr. Chomley, if you all can move down to that end. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're going to obey the repeater enhancement allegation.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Barajas, I'm going to show you. So you're just waiving that and continuing on the indictment as presented, other than that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
yes,
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention, and vehicle? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Barajas, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes,
Did you understand, according to the plea, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 3 years in the prison,
yes, ma'am.
that they are taking in consideration 2023 CR 5605, 5494, JN numbers 2128064, 2128065. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
State offers states exhibit 1 and all documents.
No objections, Your Honor.
And state, you may continue to confer. Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes,
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm sorry, state on this case, is there any restitution? Because I know there's a theft of the vehicle that you all are taking in consideration. Okay.
Any other one,
Okay. All right, so you're not asking for restitution? All right. Then the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 2023 CR 5605, 2023 CR 5494, JN number 2128064, 2128065. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
And did you sign it?
yes,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You are before me as a repeater. If you come back to anybody's felony court with a felony case, depending on what the felony is, your minimum is going to be 25 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes,
So you've got to make a decision on what do you want to do with the rest of your life? Do you want to be in and out of prison? Do you want to be coming in and out of in a blue uniform? Or do you want to change your life? You understand?
yes, ma'am.
All right. What name is that on your chest?
My father,
Okay.
he passed away.
All right. So did you love your father?
Yeah.
All right. So I say that because you need to start doing things to make him proud of you and change your life. All right. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.